dude. Guys, they know where we are. Guys, dude, guys, that's not me. That's out the window. Okay, we have to see. Try, okay, dude. Guys, we are getting out of here right now. Oh my God, guys, smash the like button right now. We're getting the hell out of here.
Guys, we're being chased by a murderer. Smash that like button right now.
We hit 30,000 likes. We're gonna order more things on the dark web, guys. Go follow my boy Wesley right now. He might be in danger after calling all those freaking phone numbers. Check me out on Instagram, guys. Ask me how I'm doing after this one. But right now, I'm freaking terrified.
I love how he makes this bro gesture while basically crying. You literally could not make this shit up. Wilfer, is that your phone? Because mine is right here. What? Whose phone is that? Wilfer, what did you do? Oh, God damn it, Wilfer. We're gonna have to get new identities now. They know where we live. It's over for us. Smash 100,000
Hi, not Jakora.
and comment below what our new names should be because we need new identities. Oh, God damn it, bro. We're done. I can't believe it. Andre and Wilfer made a terrible mistake. They didn't protect their online browsing, and now they have to start a new life because of it. Don't make the same mistake as them. Use NordVPN.
Not Jakora, if you want to play with me, you can, because I'm actually bored. Got no one to play with.
Without protection, you're giving various websites and apps a lot of your personal information, whereas with a virtual private network, or a VPN, it's like shielding yourself and your data to keep your browsing entirely private. NordVPN has won awards and is largely considered to be the best VPN.
But if someone gives me the bundle, I can't because it's a school day. It's school day already.
For example, Disney Plus has not been released in many countries, including in Romania where I live. And a few months back, everyone was freaking out about the Mandalorian sharing Baby Yoda memes all over the place. And I could have been like, I don't know what that is about because Disney Plus doesn't work in my country. Well, guess what? With NordVPN, it doesn't matter that you don't have Disney Plus in your country. You can connect to a server in the United States and boom, make an account on Disney Plus, problem solved. And if you use my coupon code ANDREI, that's ANDREI, you get 70% off a 3-year plan down to $349 a month. Plus, you get an extra month for free. I mean, how cool? Go to nordvpn.com/Andrei and use my code Andrei at checkout. It really helps the channel. It shows the sponsor that you guys are supportive.
I really have no idea.
So a big thank you goes to NordVPN for sponsoring this video. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you again.
Really bored, honestly. Got nothing to do.
I ran to my mom and screamed, "We are rich! We are rich!" I was so excited I couldn't control myself and started dancing for no reason. My mom thought I was joking and told me to calm down and to bring out the trash.
Okay, we have a lot to unpack here. But first, we have to talk a bit about the history of animation on YouTube. The YouTube algorithm has always been a complete mystery to all of us. As someone who makes animation myself, I've seen it change throughout the years from promoting animated videos for their high production entertainment value to completely burying them under piles of vlogs and pranks and let's just say easily churned out content. There was a time in 2014 when animators were wondering whether they even had a future on the platform at all because of this.
It's kind of too hard to work on now for animators. You'll be seeing less, like, you know, crazy animated
a number
stuff.
of factors. One is frequency of upload, the other is length of video.
Frequent uploads for an independent animation channel are incredibly unreasonable requirement.
That's because YouTube has very recently changed their payment format from a per-view monetization system into a watch time monetization system.
Something happened around 2016 when all of a sudden animation started being pushed a lot more. Nobody knows why, how, or what happened, but with a proverbial push...
I don't know where the rest of the bosses are. Do you guys know?
And of all the animated genres, storytime animation in particular benefited the most.
I've never owned a package to last
A couple months ago, I went to visit the college campus that I planned on attending. That's when I decided I'd like to try skateboarding.
You know, I never really understood trigger words until I got roommates.
Now, this is all charming and wonderful, except, as is the case with everything, there was a flip side to this coin. You see, whenever something thrives, copycats, wannabes, and ridiculously low production clones pollute the medium. And I'm not even talking about Fox Goodman here, who is a notorious tracer. I'm talking about entire channels that upload made-up storytime videos with ridiculous plots, like Share My Story with almost 2 million subscribers, My Story Animated with 2.3 million. Actually happened, which is in all caps, by the way, so it must have actually happened, right? This one has 3.7 million subscribers, and these channels are getting hundreds of millions of views every month. The upload frequency is insane. Regular animator takes about a month to finish a video. This channel uploads an animated video literally every single day. It's over. The machine will rise. There's an entire subgenre of videos all titled I Became a Millionaire at age 11. It's always a very young age, like 17 or 15, and it always follows the exact same pattern. Like this one, for example. The thumbnail alone is straight out of a fever dream.
No! Tony Stark's mansion is at Holly Hedges. Good. I can be Tony Stark.
Okay, what?
That's good.
Even 10 seconds in. So wait, he got shot and then his arms fell off? The mother doesn't give a shit, apparently. She just washes the dishes with a smile on her face while one of her kids turns into Spider-Man.
I can only imagine how horrified my mother was. 3 kids, no work experience, no degree, and no one to help her out. All of my grandparents died long ago. She didn't give up though.
Okay, so she applies for a job, and the boss, who we know is the boss because of this huge sign behind him that says boss, takes her resume in his gigantic hand, hugs it, and then throws it in the garbage. You know, as every employer does when you apply for a job. Some assistant walks in, "Excuse me, Mr. Boss, you have an important conference call on line 2. He's like, "Can't you see I'm busy here? I've got all these resumes to throw in the garbage."
The people from the utility services cut the heat into our apartment. The weather was frigid, but the winter had barely begun.
So this guy is coming to their house to cut the heating with a giant pair of scissors, and what's even more frustrating is that he doesn't even use it. He just puts his hand on the installation, and with his utility man powers, he stops the heating. Why are you holding scissors at all?
I skipped school since helping my mother was more important. After standing behind the counter, bitter cold, I got pneumonia. Thankfully, it wasn't too bad. The important thing was discovering a head and neck for trade.
I'm sorry, what? She got pneumonia, or as she calls it,
Pneumonia.
but apparently it was worth it because she discovered she's good at selling things. This story is so fake, I can't. When you have pneumonia, you don't just cough a few times in between selling jugs of gasoline or whatever she's selling here. You get fever, sweating, and shaking, chills, stabbing, chest pain, nausea, and vomiting, especially in small children, which this person supposedly is. Look, I'm gonna spare you the rest of the video. The story goes, she makes some money from selling all of this crap. She opens a gym, becomes very successful, and then she and her family live happily ever after.
Today, I am 19. I own the best fitness center in our town and several sports nutrition stores. My dream has come true.
His mansion. I don't know if you did it correct, dude, but you just gave me a place to land, even if Tony Stark isn't there. Still a place to land. Come on. I said a thing, I know. Not having a go at you at all, but it's fine if he isn't, honestly don't care. What? Controller player! Oh, he's from the World Cup, that's probably why. What's his name? Anonymous. He could bluff.
As an amateur florist, we sold our old flat and used the money I made to buy a small house with a huge backyard. My brothers study in a good school and soon they will apply for prestigious colleges.
You would think that with all that money she would probably buy her twin brothers separate books to read from, but I guess them, right? I got pneumonia trying to buy us a house, okay? The least you can do is buy your own goddamn books. And finally, the video ends with an inspirational message that you too can chase your dreams and get your very own sign that says boss on it. Still not big as the the other guy, though. Just saying. Now, you might be thinking, Andre, come on. What if it's a real story? Aren't you being a bit harsh? And if that's the case, I'm guessing the following video is real as well?
Well, today I'm 19 years old, and I now own the best fitness center in town, and 2 nutrition stores. I bought a big house for my family and me to live in. There's a large yard in the back, and my mother is a gardener.
It's the same story. It's the same goddamn story. I can't. And then there's this obnoxious kid with another totally real millionaire story.
I was always told I was pretty smart. I guess it must be because I got into programming at a really young age. But I don't like bragging.
It's like they're not even trying. Why would you make your main character so unlikable? Why? Aside from the terrible animation that's probably outsourced from websites like Fiverr, all of these stories follow the exact same beats. There is a kid coming from a poor family in some nondescript country. They're mysteriously smarter than everyone else. They start a business, they become wildly successful really fast, because apparently being a teenager in
Is that what his mansion is?
cancels out all the grown-up competition out there who, you know, is supposed to have more experience and resources. But whatever, somehow the kid beats all the competition. They make $1 million exactly on the dot, like they actually get a check for $1 million, because otherwise the title of the video wouldn't make sense, you know? And then finally, they give the money back to the parents who supported their dreams all along, because we need a wholesome moral of the story.
Well, that's a gas. That's a
You may
gas
be wondering,
station.
how come channels like these are allowed to just put up these clearly made up or exaggerated
A5.
stories and churn
This
them
is
out every single
5A.
day? It's repetitive content, it's inauthentic, it barely abides by YouTube's policies, it's right at the cusp, it's 1 millimeter outside of what would technically break the repetitious content policy. And the way they get away with this is by pretending to crowdsource these stories. All of these channels claim to take stories from their audience. Do you have any exciting real-life stories that you would like to share? Send your short story to our email address and we will do our best to animate it. Our viewers will be able to see your story on their smartphone screens, tablets, and PCs. They will share it with their relatives and friends. First of all, that sounds like a bunch of aliens got together and brainstormed how to write that one paragraph. And second of all, how many millionaires do you have in your audience? How many millionaires take time out of their business to send in their life stories to these random ass channels? You know what we should do, Wilfer? We should start our own storytime channel and start churning out these made up stories ourselves. Let's see, I became a millionaire at age 5. No, scratch that. 3. Try to top that. Parentheses, OMG, upload. I was born a homeless boy. My parents could not afford me, so they put me in a basket and let me go on a river. A family of geese discovered me and took care of me. I became one of them. But I was smarter than them. I don't mean to brag. I taught the geese how to do math. Turned and gave me feathers for the math lessons. A farm nearby discovered my big brain and they wanted to buy all my feathers. They gave me a check for $1 million. It was amazing. I used half of it to buy a giant boss sign, and the second half I gave to my goose parents for supporting my dream. But unfortunately, they ate all the dollar bills because they don't have the concept of money. The end. Millions of views, here we come. Now, to switch topics a little bit, I wanted to give you guys a little update. As you may have noticed, I've been missing for a while, and the main thing that happened in the meantime is this channel has won a Streamy Award for Best Animated Content.
It's finally me and you and you and me and us and dude friend Stevie. It's finally me and you and you and me and us and your friend Steve. Steve. It's finally me and you and you and me and us. Stevie wonder dun 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 dun. Oh, watch me work on. Oh, watch me ding dong. Finally me and you and you and me and us. Your friend Steve. I'm gonna go fishing. How to throw the marble away. Finally, me and you and you and me, just us. I'm gonna try a couple more catches. Ooh, what's this? Just catching loads of fish, you know. Level 7. Clearing out this whole pond. Gonna do a couple more catches. Oh, a spicy fish. Ooh. Black small fries must be rare. gonna start just going forward. What's that? Oh, a blue! That must have been a massive fish that he caught. Yes, it's a fishing hole bit. A jellyfish, ooh. That's sick. A hot flopper. I'm an old man just fishing. No, I don't want guns. I don't want weapons, I'm telling you now. All I want is just good fish. I like my fish, but I don't like my guns. Finally me, you and me, just us. I'm literally just fishing. Black small fry! I'm just fishing, you know? Yes, a new fishing spot. And one of them. Nobody's catched the blue small fry yet. Gonna be first out of everyone to catch one. Right, he's challenging. He's challenging the master fisher. Nobody challenges. The master fisher. People should know that. Master fisher, back to fishing. Just that nobody can challenge him. He fishes at day and fights by night. Come on, Blue. Shit. Even though I've got like 500 friends, I'm still beating half of them. Blue small foot shit. I want a blue small fry so I can just go. Yeah, everyone's trying to get through it. Well, I'm just fishing. I was walking to zone, you know. My challenge is to catch all the fish this season. Shit. Tan small fry again. Let's have a small fry that isn't tan. What I'm saying is basically a fish that hasn't been to a tanning salon. Well, I'm gonna have to do my last catch of the day. Last couple catches, come on. Last catch. Fuck. Fire trap? Save the world shit here. Yes! Yes! Let's go! Let's go! First win the season! Da, da, da.
I'm grateful to everyone who voted for me to get nominated over the last summer. But while all of this is exciting and great, I feel like now more than ever it's time to get back to work and focus on making the content that I'm proud of and that you guys have gotten to appreciate. 2019 was a great year for this channel, but we still have a lot of work ahead of us in 2020, and with your support, I'm going to continue on this amazing journey. Thank you for being part of it. As always, thank you for watching. Family vlogs have been a thing as far back as YouTube itself has existed. The idea of family vlogging sounds good in theory, right? It's good-natured, friendly content that can be watched by kids and parents alike. The sort of content that you keep up with over a long period of time, connecting to the family as if they were your neighbors or your friends. But oftentimes, well-intended theories have a funny habit of losing their way when put into practice. I'm not going to hide the fact that I have a bias in this case, and it will probably show as the video progresses. In fact, it probably shows in the title. I don't like family channels. Granted, I'm not exactly their target demographic, but there's something about this type of content that has always rubbed me the wrong way. I will say this though, I am aware that there's certain aspects of parenthood that I can't relate to at this stage of my life because I don't have kids, although having Wilfer is sometimes not that far off. Damn it, Wilfer, get down from there. But what I can relate to is having a YouTube channel and everything that comes with. And when I see family channels and the sneaky little tricks that they pull, all the way up to the full-blown scandals they more and more often find themselves in, I feel like I should voice my perspective on it. So today we're taking a look at family vlogging channels, the problematic nature of the concept, and all the relevant instances when exploiting children has been in full swing. Just want to take a quick moment before we jump into things to thank our sponsor for today, XP10, but we're going to talk about it a little more towards the end of the video. I read an interesting article recently on the psychology of social media, which I will link below if you're interested in checking it out. It was talking about how researchers found insecurity to be the main driving force behind posting on social media. Shocking, right? Noting that sharing the good bits of their life often gives individuals an increase in self-esteem, but a decrease in self-control. And obvious as that may be to anybody with a little bit of self-awareness, it's a trap that everybody...
Discover more about what matters to you with the People app. Like new recipe, fitness trend.
And to make a point here, we're gonna go into story time mode really quick. So gather around, kids. We're talking about moms being predatory with their kids without even realizing it. So a few years ago, I was browsing Facebook, back when that was still a thing that people under 40 years old did, and I saw an old classmate of mine from middle school who had recently given birth to a baby boy, and she was posting a picture of her kid completely naked with a caption saying something like, "I don't understand why everyone has a problem with my child. I don't care how many times you're reporting this picture, I will continue to repost it because I'm proud of my child and you cannot take that away from me." And I remember thinking, lady, people are reporting the picture to protect your child from online creeps, because in your delusion and chase for validation, you are endangering someone you are supposed to be protecting. You see, in this world of oversharing, I think for some mothers in particular, getting the endorphins from those likes and social engagement is directly incompatible with the responsibility to shield their child from harm. This is something that's not being talked about enough, in my opinion. Not only do parents/older people generally not have a good grasp on how the internet itself works, but they are oftentimes oblivious to the dangers of sharing private and embarrassing information about their kids when they are too young to be able to even consent to it. And so far, we're talking about just posting to a bunch of Facebook friends. Imagine how much more perverse the dynamic becomes when sharing your children's information online becomes profitable. Now, there's a family channel that has popped on my radar called The Norris Nuts. Brooke and Justin are parents, and they currently have children ranging from 50 years old down to 6 months old. This channel has a concern about videos revolving around the mother trying to have more children. Titles like "How So,